Okay, my Forex family, this is Sydney Guajardo coming to you live from San Antonio, Texas, and we are the trading places. Alright, I just got into two trades. You may want to write this down. I got into Aussie dollar long, and I got in at 0.71405, and I'm already 3 pips in the money. And I also got into euro dollar, and I've got both those trades at 10 lots. They're actually both in the money. I got into euro dollar at 117.451. So looks like they're trades. They got a long way to run too. So stay tuned. All right, so we're gonna go over a lot more trade pairs than normal, since we're not gonna be going over chart reading. We're just gonna show you which way we're gonna take the trade. But I'll keep monitoring the trades as we go along here. Okay, euro dollar. So I pulled up the 240 screen because on the 60, hold on here. On the 60, you couldn't tell because we're at the top of the screen, and you really couldn't tell what was happening. You couldn't tell if this was hitting an all-time high or anything like that. So I went back to historical to the 240, and it showed me that there was a lot of room. It was nowhere near top of the market. So the last thing you want to do is take this trade long when you're at the top of the market, because what's going to happen? Just like it did here, it bounced. The market was kind of weird today. There was a lot of trade pairs that were at the top or the bottom, or like top of the screen at least. And when it hit here, they bounced and then they went right back. I've never seen that before. A lot of them were at the bottom as well, where they bounced up and they came right back. And I got in trouble on a couple of them. But anyway, so my call for euro dollar is to go long. It's tested the 117.440 6 or 7 times today, and it finally broke through, and that's when I took it. So right now we're still in the money on both those deals, so we'll be closing them out here shortly. Okay, euro US dollar yen. You see how many times this resistance line has been tested? It's just been rejected all day. It kind of pierced through here, and it came back this way. It made a wick and came back down. So this right here is probably where you may want to take the next trade. So anyway, so if dollar yen happens to go towards the 105.700 and it tests, it may come down with some volume. It may come down and go short. And if it does go through, I wouldn't take this trade until you get to here, which is, let's take a look at it. So right about there, 105.735. So if you're going to take dollar yen and it happens to break through the 105.700, don't take the trade until after 105.735. Okay, let's go to euro yen. See, the market's been doing this all day. There hasn't been a lot of volume. It has tested 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 times. So this is a pretty good resistance line, and when it comes back, it's going to do the same thing on the support side. So just when it's coming back and you watch this line, make sure that you keep an eye on this resistance line or support line when it's come back around. But I think with some volume, it's going to probably pierce through, and I really think this trade's going to go north. So let's see what line is this. 124.115. So when it pierces the 124.115, then it'd be a good idea to take it north. Sometimes it'll just hit here and reject it and then just bounce really far and come back down. So we'll see. All right, this one here, I'm in Aussie dollar. Oh, look at this. Geez, I didn't want that to happen. Oh, it's a new usually tend to get that when a new candle comes out at the top of the hour. What happens is it'll go and it'll have like a little flurry, like a surge, and this is what happened here. So I'm not too worried about that. It'll bounce back and keep going north. So Anyway. Oh, but anyway, kind of the same thing here. Just been testing this support line, or this resistance line all day. That's what's just been happening all day. It was hard to figure out. Forex was very difficult today. But anyway, after it's all said and done, I think this trade is going to go north as soon as it breaks the 0.71395. Okay. All right, let's go to pound dollar. All right, it kind of has this channel here. I think it's going to go north once it breaks the 128.652. It'll break that. But if you're going to take this trade, I wouldn't take it until after this here, the 129.300. That's the highest it's been. It may test it and come back down. So anyway, interesting story here on this particular candle here. I clicked pound dollar short right around here, and I went to my Sierra charts to look at Fibonacci to see it for a stop loss. And when I came back to it, I was like $20,000 down. This thing went up like 50 pips, just like out of nowhere, just shot up straight. It was crazy. And then it came back down and I ended up making a few $100s. But that's really scary right there, when I lost 20% of my account there. But okay, dollar Swiss. Okay, you see this right here, 0.91935, and it's how, you know how it was testing up here on top? Well, it was doing that all day today on the bottom as well. And those, a lot of, when it usually does that, when it hits the bottom, it'll test and it'll just go the opposite direction. Well, it was doing that and coming back down. It was really difficult today, Forex was. But you see how this little green candle's coming up? That's the way it's supposed to be, and it's supposed to be like a trend reversal or a market adjustment or whatever. But it just wasn't following the rules today. So Forex has a mind of its own. But I really think that I don't think it'll pierce this 91.935 and go further south. I think it's what's going to happen. It's going to bounce here and continue to go up. So that's my call for dollar Swiss. Pound Swiss. So kind of the same thing here. It kind of tested here. Here's the bottom of not the market, but of this area here. So I think this is also going to go north. I wouldn't take this trade north until 118.320. I don't like the way this looks. Let's see. The arrow is kind of crooked, so I'm going to straighten it out here right there. I think so. Once this thing finishes bouncing, we get some volume, it's going to bounce back north. All right. Aussie dollar yen. All right, so here's the deal. It pierced the 75.430 to go north, and then it's retracing to come back down. So I'm interested. Why did it do that? Okay, so what I do here, move this out of the way. So we see that it's 75.480. So let's go back to the 240. So yeah, so there's a resistance line here for sure. I don't know why it would bounce that hard and come back down like that, but it did. So I think what's going to have to happen is it'll test it a few times and then pierce through and go north. I think that's what's going to happen. So let me erase this of what I think it's going to do. Let me show you what it's going to do. Okay, it's going to go here and go north. All right, let's go back to the 60. This definitely has to move up a little bit. Okay, let's go to the next one. Let's go to Cad Yen. So this one is when it gets to the bottom of the market, like kind of like today, this is what a trade's supposed to do. It's supposed to bounce off of support and then come back up. It never did that. It bounced up and then just came right back down, and it was very, very frustrating. So as you can see here, these two candles here, they tested the 78,970, and the body of the candle is right here at the 78,942. So I think what this is trying to do here is we got a little volume going on, and I think it's trying to pierce this 78,942. So if it does, it's going to break structure from this linear regression here, and it's going to go north, just like what this diagram is saying. So let's take a look. Next trade, Swiss yen. I think this is going to go north too, but it's got to break this 114,985. And guys, I want you guys to get in the habit of when you, in the morning when you check your computer, you go up here and you look at factory, Forex factory. Open up an account here and look at the news. And look for red folders. So there was no red folders today, okay? Except for here, the euro, but that's tonight. No, it's tomorrow night. No, tomorrow morning. President Lagarde speaks. So we'll see what happens there. It's probably about the Brexit. We'll see what happens. And then from there, I want you to get all your trade pairs that you have loaded up on your quote board and just mark up your charts just like this. Figure out the high and the low that's on the screen. Figure out where you left off for business, and that's going to show you your pivot point. And then right there, you're gonna draw lines of support and resistance. So see, like right here, I should have drawn a line right there at the end of business. But what I did instead is I put a line where I want the trade to be when I make my entrance, and then from there, just pick your trend from where you think it's going to go. All right. I want you to get in the habit of that. You need to have some rules. Okay, so let's go to Euro Aussie dollar. You see how this bounced beautiful right off the dang bottom here. And then as soon as it bounced, it just shot right back up. That's the way Forex works. And then it breaks structure here, and it just kind of does what it wants. But it didn't do that. It just is weird today. But anyway, so I think that this is going to, wow, I don't know what it's going to do here. Let me see here. It's got this channel working. It broke here. I think it's going to continue on a downward trend here, in my opinion. So after the next candle, I would probably take this short. Now just be aware that you do have this big support line here. Let me show you which one it is. Now you can't even see it with this thing here, but it's 1, 2, something. I can't even see. 164025 maybe. So just be very aware that you have this support line here. Okay. All right, let's go to the next one. Let's go to Euro Pound. All right, so this one is definitely on an upward trend. Let me erase this. I don't like the way this looks. It's crooked. It's definitely going to move up. Okay, so I think what's going to happen is don't take this trade until it breaks the 91,465. But it's got a little ways to move, and I think it's going to bounce off this bottom of the Bollinger Band and start moving up, and it's probably going to be right around here. So you could take this trade going north. Now just keep in mind, Euro Pound does have some, the spreads aren't too favorable, so there's probably like 3 or 4 points in there is slippage. But anyway, so just keep in mind this is a very slow moving pair. All right, let's go to the next one. Pound yen. Pound yen is exactly opposite. So look at this. It's already broken structure. It's already broken this resistance line at 135,953. This would be an excellent deal to go long. Okay. Now, keep in mind that you do have this resistance line here. So if you do take this trade now, just be aware that you may have to get out of it here, because when it comes to this, it's going to test it and it could bounce. So just be very, very careful. 1 second here. Okay, so this one is already broke and it's already traveling north, and this is at 135953. Okay, let's go to one more, and we got to get off because I got a meeting to go to. Okay, so here's the high, and it bounced, it came back down. Now this one's already starting to run here a little bit. What I would do is put a line there. What line is this here? And this is the 69666. So this one tested this top of the Bollinger Band, and it got rejected, so it's coming back down. So it's kind of creating like a little channel here. So at some point it's going to go north, but it's got to break this line here, which is 69776. When it breaks that, go ahead and take it north. But from right now, I think this is going to bounce and go south. So. But anyway, we probably went over about 10 or 15 trade pairs. I'm actually retracing a little bit in Aussie dollar and Euro dollar. But anyway, thanks for letting me invite me in your homes. And we did all we could today. Today was just a weird day in Forex, so I hope you're okay with that. But anyway, today I think the Forex was a little bit flat. Reports were saying because of it was because of the debates, but we'll see what happens tomorrow. But anyway, so from Trading Places, my name is Sidney Guajardo. Thank you very much for coming, for joining our group here, and just want to make sure you have a good day out there and stay safe. Thank you. Bye-bye.